Okay, folks, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. Quick programming note. You see up there, Voice of Rural America. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, now very quickly, if you are currently using our FYNTV app or you're watching on FYNTV.com, nothing changes. Want to be very clear. But if you are watching via YouTube live stream, Wednesday morning, we will be on Voice of Rural America. You see it there, Voice of Rural America YouTube channel. So that's where you want to go and subscribe immediately if that's where you watch. Now, since the last election, a lot has happened in America. A lot of people they want change. They want to get involved. You are fired up out there. That's the only way I can put it. And like I say every day, don't complain you want change. Be the change. Okay? Run for office. You need to if you're going to take back America, and some people get upset hearing that, you've got to run for Board of Education. I don't care across this country, because we do have national viewers. If you're listening in Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Texas, Wyoming, you've got to run for Board of Education, City Council, run for mayor, run for county council, county commissioner, state house, state representative, you name it. That's how you make the change. And a lot of you say, well, maybe I'm nervous. I've never run for office before. I don't know how to do it. And you're the first time running for office. Keep this in mind. The other guy, as the media says, the former president, Donald J. Trump, never ran for political office in his life. So it's time to step out here and do it. And I'm excited with my next guest here. Let me introduce Kristin Lorah Soldridge. Kristin is running for North Hampton County Council in North Hampton County, Pennsylvania, there, County Council as a Republican candidate. Kristin, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Good. Thank you for having me, Brian. Good morning.
Well, okay. We've got a lot to unpack here. I'm really excited that you've stepped out. We're going to have some pictures of you on the family farm, but tell me a little bit. So you've never run for office. This is a county-wide position in North Hampton County, Pennsylvania. You're running as a Republican on the Republican ticket primary here for North Hampton County Council. We're going to get into what that's about, but talk about your inspiration. Why did you run? Why are you running for office? You've never run for office before.
That is correct. I've never run for a political office before. And at this point, I just decided it was time to get involved. I'm very concerned about the way the country is trending on a national level, but also on my local level. So I thought at this point it was time to get involved and try to make a difference as best as I can with my knowledge of history and heritage in my local county. I've been a resident of North Hampton County my entire life. And then also with my business background to bring that information and that knowledge to the county council position to try to make Northampton County better for all residents.
Okay, so backing up, you've never run for office. First time stepping out here and doing that. I've asked about the inspiration. I get what you're saying, but get a little deeper into what inspired you. I mean, what caused you to say, I'm making this move? It needs to be done, and I'm the person to do it. What's your real inspirations here?
My real inspiration here is that I'm a patriot. When I watched the election go the way it did, I was very upset. I felt that there was a lot of election fraud that had occurred, and I felt that it was time to try to step in, intervene, and make sure that that doesn't continue down to the county level. I want to be a voice for the people of Northampton County. I have a desire to be on the county council, to improve relations between all residents in the county, but also to bring everybody in the county to know what's going on, to help them understand what's going on, to explain to them where their tax dollars are going. Right now in our county, multiple people are struggling because of the COVID restrictions, due to loss of employment, et cetera, which is occurring across the nation, but specifically in North Hampton County. I just want to be that voice to change. And I felt that this was the best time to do it because of the situation. It's the time to get into the political race. It's time to shake things up, to show that normal, everyday people can do this. We can fight for our rights. We can stand up for our rights, and we can make a difference. Even if we don't know how, we can do that. And I reached out to talk to a couple people at the local GOP level to determine and figure out what I needed to do. They gave me the information that I needed to start looking and to determine if this is what I wanted to do. And I decided, after reviewing that information and worrying about my kids' education, their future, the future of our county, that it was time to step in. So I want to get in there. I want to keep our rights the way they are. I don't want them taken away from us. I feel that there is a lot of cancel culture going on, that there's so much political speak there that the values of America are dwindling, and I want to bring those back.
Okay, let me say this as my producer. I know we've got about 3 pictures, rotates a couple pictures. Let me just say this. I always like to ask one of the questions. Here's one with you and your family. Is that a baby pig?
Yes, it is. It is a little piglet from my uncle's farm. We have a family farm that's been in our family since 1910. My great-grandfather laid roots in Lehigh Township back in 1910, and the farm has been in existence since then in Lehigh Township. Currently, my family and I, we take care of our beef cattle, and we take care of the little calves that we have on the farm. Also, we help with taking care of the piglets. We also do different activities on the farm, truck and tractor pulls, demolition derbies, and other activities to bring people back to the farm, to show them what rural America is truly like, so that they understand that you can go somewhere with your family and have a good time and not have to worry about screen time and anything else that just is a distraction. But you can come to the farm, you can watch what we do, you can have a good time, and you can just enjoy it.
Okay, so let me say this. I love the way you brought up rural America. Let's say this. All right, so I'm out there and I'm thinking to myself, or somebody says, okay, what does this farm girl in rural Lehigh Township that's on the farm, that has to feed the animals before going to work, and what could she really bring to North Hampton County Council? I mean, what say you if you hear any criticisms about you work on the farm and you're just a farm girl? How could you handle county council?
So even though I'm just a farm girl, I've worked in the insurance industry for 13 years. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in healthcare management. I am very familiar with what's going on in our county. I'm looking at numbers. I'm looking at the items that are being discussed at the county level on the meeting minutes, and watching the meetings that our current county council has. And I just feel that anybody can go and run for a position. You don't have to know it all, because we don't all know it all. It's a learning process for everybody. But what I can bring to the table is truth, honesty, integrity. Also, I can bring to the table that I'm a real person. Many times it seems like politicians end up becoming untouchable, so to speak, that people cannot resonate with them. They can't correlate. They just can't be compared to them. And that's not me. I am a real person. I am as real as they're going to get. If you have questions and concerns, I'm here to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you I don't know the answer, and go find out what the answer is and get back to you. So that's where I stand, and that's what I represent. I represent that honesty, integrity, and that I'm a person that is real to everybody, not just a specific area or a specific party. And I just want that to be conveyed and passed through when I run for the county council position, that I'm just normal like everybody else.
Well, let me say this before we wrap up, Kristin. What would you say are for you, and I see pictures of you on the farm and your family, and I really enjoy that, and I love everything about rural America. But North Hampton County is a diverse county. There's metropolitan area. You are right across the bridge there from New Jersey. You have a lot of people that work in New Jersey, live in North Hampton. So there's several issues that affect many different people in North Hampton. What are some of the top issues of your platform when you get out that you really want to have people aware of, or that's important to you, where the county position that you're running for is concerned?
So the items that I'm looking at making a difference that are very important to me is it's a little bit of everything. I think everything currently right now in the county can be reevaluated to determine if there's improvements that can be made. We do have a nursing facility that is managed by our county that does need additional assistance, and there needs to be some updating done in that respect. So I'm hoping to go in there with some fresh ideas of ways to improve the nursing facility, but also to improve the quality of the workers there, to address some of the concerns that they have, and just to make sure that it's a great place to be for people, whether you work there or you're there because you need to be medically. Some of the other items that our county is facing is budget control. As everybody knows, we're trying to make sure that we stay within the budgets. Right now, our county's looking at tax increases. There's school district tax increases that are occurring. And I just want to be that voice to let people know that I'm here for you. I'm real. I feel that pain just as much as you do. And I just want to make sure that if that increase does have to go through, that it is a real reason and it is a viable reason for that to occur. Also, I just want to make sure and stress to people that we want to make sure that your rights are protected. We want to make sure that you are able to go and do what you need to do when you want to do. We want to try to limit some of the government restrictions that are in place if we have the ability to do so. So it's a little bit of everything. As being a newbie to the whole political environment, I'm getting my feet muddied in the water, so to speak. And I just want to make sure that when I do go in, I have a comprehensive understanding of what's occurring, why it's occurring, and then to give ideas on how to address those concerns and move forward with those ideas.
Well, let me just say this. The other day when I text you, and I want you to know this, there's a lot of responses I get, so when I text somebody and I say, hey, give me a call, there's a lot of things people are doing. But my favorite response of all is, I'll call you when I'm done feeding the animals on the farm. I love that. That made my day when I texted you the other day. You said, hey, I'm out feeding the animals on the farm. I'll call you when I'm done. I love that. I want to tell you, we want to tell you how much we appreciate your courage to step out here and do this, but that you see there's a need for change and need to get involved. And how is your daughters and your husband? Was this a family decision? Did all of you sit down and talk about it before you decided to get into the race?
Well, we did. My husband and I, we are best friends. We've been married for many years now, and we always discuss decisions like this that would impact the lives of each other and also our children. Our children are young, so I did ask my kindergarten, my second grader, are you okay if mommy does run for a political office? And they sort of looked at me funny, but they're like, yeah, sure, mom. And so they were super excited. They were cheering me on. Randomly, you'll hear my son say, go vote for my mom and stuff like that. And my daughter's just super excited. She's like, Mom, I want to take a piglet with us, or can we take a baby cow with us when we go to your meeting? So they're super involved. And my husband was a great support. Without him, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. Because it is a team. We work together as a family. We work together as a team to grow each other and also to just take each day one by one to enjoy the experiences we have with each other. Life is short. So we want to make sure that we still have that family time. But also, this was one of my goals, and everybody's been in support of it. My uncle, who has the farm where we go down and feed the animals, he's in support of it. He's helped me out with a lot of stuff. And we just continue to stay true to who we are, with focusing on the farm. Farmland preservation, as you had mentioned earlier, is one of my biggest items that I want to make sure that is taken care of, because that is my heritage, that is where I grew up, and that's where my kids grow up. And I just want to make sure that everybody across the board has that ability to step into something, to follow their goals, to follow their dreams, and not be afraid of not making it, but then keep going thereafter.
And just to be clear, before we close, you are running on the Republican ticket there in North Hampton County, Pennsylvania.
Yes, I am.
Listen, Kristin Lorah Soldridge, I want to wish you well. I wish you well in your campaign. It's a lot of hard work, but I tell you what, nothing's harder than getting up in the morning and keeping up the family farm. So I know you could do it. We appreciate you coming on and spending time and maybe encouraging others to get out there and do it. And as the campaign goes on, maybe we can have you back on again to talk again. But thank you so much for taking time to be with us. And again, for stepping out and having the courage to run for office and be the change in your local community. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Brian. Take care.
Okay, folks. Hey, we're going to take a brief break. She is running for North Hampton County Council in Pennsylvania. Now, all across this country, Voice of Rural America, as you can see there on the screen, the family farm. If you are stepping out, I don't care where you're at in America. If you say, I'm just encouraged and I'm going to run for city council, I will put you on the air. We will interview you here and help get your name out. But I want to encourage everybody, again, don't complain. We need change. Step out and be the change. Have that courage, just like Kristin is having in her local community. Loved everything about that. We wish her well. We will be right back. We've got a lot going on today. You don't want to miss it. A lot happening here. Voice of Rural America, love it. I couldn't be more excited to be here on the show Monday with you. Back after these messages.